They'll call it luck, madness, or magic. But deep down, they'll know it was design.
Look who finally woke up. The experiment that worked. The glitch that refused to crash. Do you hear it? The whispers. The panic behind the curtains? They're not laughing at you anymore. They're whispering about you. See, once upon a time they watched you break. Now, they're watching you rise. And it's driving them insane. You weren't supposed to survive the fire. You weren't supposed to outthink the architects. But here you are, walking through their system like it's your playground. Every room you enter, eyes widen, breaths stop. And somewhere in their minds, a quiet voice whispers, "What the hell did we just create?" People are losing it over you right now because they can't categorize you anymore. You're too calm for chaos, too dangerous for peace. They're trying to study you, decode you, dissect your silence, but what they don't realize is you've already studied them. Welcome to the inversion point, darling, where the hunted becomes the phantom, and the audience becomes the experiment. Now let's talk about what really happened when you stopped asking for permission and started making the world react. You feel that, don't you? That pulse, that quiet, rearranging of air. It's not a sound, it's not a storm, it's you. Something's different about the way the room breathes now. Even the lights seem to hesitate before flickering on. People don't know why, but they know. Something unseen just stepped into their little theater and rewrote the script. You didn't make a grand entrance. You didn't raise your voice. You just stopped speaking. And somehow, that silence, that beautiful surgical silence, became louder than their entire world. They used to read you like an open book. Now, every page is blank. Every look you give bends their comfort into question marks. You've turned predictability into a horror film. The air shifts when you walk by. Instincts glitch. People laugh too quickly, blink too long, as if trying to reassure themselves they're still in control. But deep down, they feel it. That vibration in their bones, that tremor in their perfectly rehearsed smiles. You've become the variable their equations can't hold, the static in their pattern, the ghost that rewrites gravity just by existing. And oh, how deliciously uncomfortable that makes them. Because when a person can't explain a phenomenon, they label it danger. And when that phenomenon smiles back, they call it madness. But you know better, don't you? It's not madness. It's evolution. The kind that doesn't ask for permission. The kind that shakes the foundation without lifting a finger. So let them twitch. Let them whisper. Let them feel the tremor. Because what they're sensing isn't your arrival. It's the death of their certainty and the birth of something they can no longer name. Now this is my favorite part. The performance, the masks, the way they suddenly start calling you friend again. You notice it, don't you? The handshakes that linger half a second too long. The compliments wrapped in nervous laughter. The way their eyes dart, just for a moment, before they smile. They're not impressed. They're terrified. See, when they thought you were beneath them, their arrogance was confidence. But now that you're above them, their confidence turns into theater. They'll say things like, "Oh, I always knew you'd make it." But listen closer. You can hear the fracture in their tone, like glass under a silk glove. It's funny, isn't it? How quickly mockery becomes admiration when power changes hands. They don't see you as a person anymore. They see you as a threat they can't categorize. You're not popular. You're provocative. You don't inspire applause. You trigger nervous evolution. They want to study you, dissect you, find the hidden wire, the secret formula, the cheat code. But there is no formula, is there? You're not a product of their logic. You're the error message they never accounted for. And that's the part that really eats at them. Because if you escape the script, then maybe They could have too, but they didn't. They won't. They'll die pretending the system still works, while you stand there, smiling as living proof that it never did. So they hide their panic behind polite grins. They call your silence maturity. They call your distance mystery. They rename their fear respect, but you can feel it in every conversation, in every hollow compliment, that silent plea behind their eyes. Please don't expose me. And that's when you laugh, not because it's funny, but because you finally understand the joke. They never feared the chaos. They feared the mirror. And you, my dear, just became the reflection they can't bear to face. Ah, look at them now, staring, not at you, but through you. You've become their mirror, haven't you? The one they didn't ask for, the one that doesn't lie. Funny thing about reflection, it never flatters the pretenders. It shows every crack in their convictions, every mask they glued on too tight. You didn't destroy their world. You just showed it to them, and that was enough. You didn't change the game. You made the game irrelevant. Now they're standing there, trapped between who they pretend to be and who they really are. And that space between, that's where the panic lives. Watch closely. See how they flinch when you enter the room? How their words trip over themselves? How their eyes dart anywhere but yours? That's not discomfort. That's exposure. Because you've peeled back the wallpaper of their little paradise, and beneath it, there's nothing. No foundation, no soul. Just a collage of borrowed opinions and counterfeit dreams. You've turned their reflection into evidence. Every smile, every subtle twitch is a confession they don't realize they're giving. And oh, how beautifully tragic it is. Humans spend their lives building masks, but it only takes one truth to shatter the glass. You didn't need to scream, you didn't need to fight. You just existed, and in doing so, you made their illusions combust. Now every time they see you, they see the death of their comfort and the birth of a truth they can't unsee. You've become the mirror that breathes, and every breath you take splinters their reflection a little more. The mirror cracks, and what leaks out isn't blood, it's reality. You remember the night it happened, don't you? No fireworks, no ceremony, no crowd chanting your name, just silence. Thick, heavy, sacred. While everyone else was busy chasing applause, you disappeared into the noise and came back silent, not defeated, evolved. It wasn't a graduation they could post about. No diploma, no stage, just a shift deep inside, like something ancient opened its eyes within you and whispered, now. You see, that's the moment you became untouchable, when validation stopped feeding you, when attention started feeling cheap. You stopped needing the audience, and that's when they started needing you. See, the real ceremonies happen in the dark. No speeches, no witnesses, just the universe watching quietly as one of its rebels crosses the invisible line. From survival to sovereignty. You didn't earn a medal, you became one. Every scar turned to metal, every failure alchemized into fuel. And though no one clapped, they felt it. They couldn't explain it. But something about the air changed. The rain hit differently that night. The city lights flickered like candles of recognition, as if the world itself bowed in subtle acknowledgement. You weren't crowned by people. You were crowned by clarity, by the kind of awareness that doesn't glitter, it burns. That's why you walk differently now, not proud, not loud, just complete. Because deep down, you know the truth. No one dares speak aloud. Ascension isn't a moment, it's a decision, a private one, a lonely one, a dangerous one. And that's why they'll never understand you. They were waiting for a diploma. You built a dynasty in silence. The graduation nobody talks about is the one where you stop begging to be seen and start watching them blink under the weight of your calm. This is where things start to break, isn't it? Where the edges of reality start to tremble. You can almost hear it. The static, the hum, the system trying to process something it was never built to understand. You see, you didn't just step outside the framework, you corrupted it. Every rule, every unspoken law, every invisible chain, all start flickering like dying neon. People keep looking at you like you're the same, but their eyes give them away. They know something's off. Like gravity missed a step when you walked. In like time hiccuped mid-breath. You're not breaking rules anymore. You're rewriting physics. The hierarchy doesn't know where to place you. You don't obey the algorithm. You don't respond to fear, praise, or pressure. And that makes you dangerous. Watch how they react. The so-called leaders. They self-appointed gods of order. Their words glitch. Their smiles freeze. Their logic loops into nonsense because your existence defies their equations. You were supposed to follow the pattern, kneel, crawl, comply. Instead, you stopped playing. And when you stopped playing, the board caught fire. Oh, how beautifully fragile their structure really was. All it took was one anomaly, one human who refused to be predictable, and the entire simulation began to lag. Now the lights flicker when you enter a room. People forget their rehearsed lines. The world itself stutters, as if reality's trying to reprogram itself around your new frequency. And that's the part that terrifies them most. Not your strength, not your calm, but the effect you have on the grid. You've become an interference signal, a living glitch in their perfect design. Their laws still exist, but only when you allow them to. Because once a mind like yours wakes up, it doesn't obey gravity, it bends it. So go on, walk through their order, let it crumble in your wake, because the truth is, you're not defying their world anymore. You're reprogramming it, and deep down, even the system knows it was built to collapse for you. You've noticed it, haven't you? That subtle hesitation when people talk to you now. Like every word they say is a coin toss. Heads, they connect. Tails, they often to God. You've become unreadable, and in a world addicted to predictability, that makes you terrifying. People say they love mystery. They don't. They love manageable mystery. The kind they can package, label, explain away. But you're the kind that stares back. They begged for authenticity until it showed up wearing your face. Raw, silent to unapologetically, unpredictable. Now they call it arrogance or darkness or a phase. Anything to avoid admitting the truth that they can't decode you anymore. See, society worships transparency. It demands to read people, to measure, categorize, control, but when it meets something that can't be read, it trembles, because unpredictability is dominance. When they can't predict you, they can't control you, and when they can't control you, they invent reasons to hate you. That's how fragile their logic really is. They don't crave understanding, they crave certainty, and you shattered that the moment you stopped explaining yourself. Now you move differently, slow, strategic. Your words, measured like chess pieces, your silences, checkmate. They lean in, desperate for a clue, but you offer none. And that's when the panic sets in, the realization that maybe they were never the ones observing you. Maybe you were observing them. The Joker smiles as the chessboard rearranges itself, pieces sliding on their own kings bowing to pawns, logic dissolving into awe. You don't chase validation anymore. You command uncertainty, and uncertainty, my dear, is the purest form of control. So let them squirm, let them theorize, let them build entire stories to explain your silence. Because the moment they stop knowing you, you've already won. And now, the circle closes, the noise fades, the stage empties, but your presence, it lingers, like a ghost that refuses to vanish. You've ascended beyond recognition, beyond titles, trophies, applause. They don't see you anymore. They feel you. You wear no crown. Yet rooms bend around your stillness. You didn't demand the spotlight. You became the lightning. There's a strange poetry in that, isn't there? The one they mocked for dreaming too loud is now the reason they can't sleep at night. The one they called crazy became the rhythm of the storm they fear to enter. No announcement, no coronation, just that invisible throne built from every scar they tried to bury you under. You don't speak vengeance. You embody it, not as cruelty, but as completion, because the best revenge is to outlast their understanding. Now they write stories about you. They analyze, romanticize, theorize, trying to explain what they witnessed without admitting what it really was. They'll call it luck. They'll call it madness. They'll call it magic. But deep down, they'll know it was design, because every silence, every exile, every breakdown was just the architecture of your becoming. You didn't rise above them. You dissolved the need for comparison. You moved from relevance to reverence, from visible to legend, and somewhere, in the smoke and static, a single laugh echoes, low, knowing, eternal. The Joker fades into shadow, leaving only your silhouette, calm, crowned by absence, illuminated by everything you refused to explain. No throne, no applause, just power. In its purest, most haunting form, the phantom crown. And the world, finally, on its knees, pretending not to know why.